Welcome to a land of myth, of giants, of unparalleled natural grandeur. Welcome to Norway. Here, the very air you breathe feels ancient and pure, a crisp whisper carrying tales from the dawn of time. Imagine yourself sailing through a labyrinth of deep, silent fjords, the dark, still water a perfect mirror for the colossal, snow-dusted mountains that rise sheer from its edge. It is a landscape of profound contrasts, where the immense power of nature is on constant, breathtaking display. This is a kingdom of wonders, a place where every bend in the road, every turn of the water, reveals a new spectacle to behold. The sheer scale of Norway's beauty, the vastness of its wilderness, can feel almost intimidating when one begins to plan a journey. Where does one even begin in a country that offers so much? It is a delightful, yet daunting prospect. But fear not, for that is precisely why we are here. We shall be your guide on this remarkable expedition, navigating through the history, the culture, and the extraordinary landscapes that define this Scandinavian jewel. We will uncover fascinating truths and journey together to some of the most spectacular locations this land has to offer. Prepare to be captivated, to be inspired. We will explore ancient wooden churches that seem to have sprung from the very earth, and wander through cities that are masterpieces of art and resilience. And for those of you who dream of witnessing the sky itself come alive, I urge you to stay with us until the very end. I will be revealing a truly special, lesser-known location, a hidden vantage point from which you can witness one of the most frequent and magnificent celestial ballets on Earth, the Northern Lights. Our journey into the heart of Norway begins now. Before we embark on our physical journey through Norway's landscapes, let us first explore some of the remarkable ideas and innovations that have taken root in this nation's soul. Deep within an Arctic mountain, on the remote Svalbard archipelago, lies a modern-day Noah's Ark, not for animals, but for the very sustenance of humankind. The Global Seed Vault, a fortress of biodiversity, holds duplicates of seeds from every corner of the globe. It is a profound testament to foresight, a safeguard for the future of our food supply, protected by the permafrost and the enduring stability of this northern land. It speaks volumes of a people who understand their connection to the planet and their responsibility to it. This sense of responsibility is woven into the very fabric of modern Norwegian life. In an age where the world grapples with its reliance on fossil fuels, Norway stands as a beacon of what is possible. An astonishing 98% of its domestic power is generated from renewable sources, primarily the immense force of its waterfalls and rivers, a technology known as hydropower. This is not a recent development, but a century-long commitment to harnessing the power of nature in a sustainable way. It is a quiet revolution, one that demonstrates a deep, abiding respect for the natural world from which the nation draws both its identity and its strength. And this connection to heritage and community is perhaps most joyfully expressed on the 17th of May, Norway's National Day. Unlike the military parades common in many nations, this day belongs to the children. In every town and city, you will see rivers of young people, dressed in traditional bunad, waving flags and marching with an infectious, unbridled joy. This celebration is complemented by the silent sentinels of Norway's past, the stave churches. These medieval wooden cathedrals, with their intricate carvings of dragons and vines, are architectural marvels. They are a link to a time when myth and faith intertwined, standing for nearly a millennium as a powerful symbol of Norway's enduring spirit. Our journey now takes us to the coast, to a city cradled by mountains and caressed by the sea. This is Bergen. For centuries, this was the heart of trade between Norway and the rest of Europe. The spirit of that era is perfectly preserved along the old wharf of Bryggen, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, a tight-knit row of colorful wooden Hanseatic buildings leans companionably against one another, their foundations steeped in history. To walk through these narrow, creaking alleyways is to step back in time, to imagine the merchants and fishermen who bustled here, their lives dictated by the rhythm of the tides and the bounty of the North Sea. To truly understand Bergen's unique geography, one must ascend. The Fløibanen funicular, a charming railway that has served the city for over a century, carries us effortlessly up the steep slope of Mount Fløyen. From the summit, the city unfolds below like a living map, the mosaic of red-tiled roofs, the intricate harbor, and the surrounding islands are all laid bare, framed by the embrace of the other 6 mountains that give the city its famous nickname. It is a perspective that reveals the intimate relationship between the urban and the wild, a city that has grown in harmony with its formidable yet beautiful natural setting. Guarding the entrance to this historic harbor stands the Bergenhus Fortress, one of the oldest and best preserved stone fortifications in Norway. Its walls have witnessed royal coronations, sieges, and the changing fortunes of a kingdom. Within its grounds, Hakon's Hall, a grand feasting hall built in the 13th century, still resonates with the power of the medieval Norwegian court. Exploring these stoic stone structures provides a tangible connection to the strategic importance of Bergen, a city that was not just a hub of commerce, but a bastion of power on the rugged western coast, its history as deep and as layered as the fjord upon which it sits. From the bustling city, we now retreat into the very heart of the fjords, to a small village that serves as the gateway to some of Norway's most dramatic scenery. This is Flam. Reaching it is an adventure in itself, most famously undertaken on the Flam Railway, or Flamsbana. This is no ordinary train journey. It's considered one of the most beautiful in the world, and for good reason. The line descends nearly 900 meters in just 20 kilometers, making it one of the steepest standard-gauge railway lines anywhere. The engineering is a marvel, but it's the views that truly steal your breath away. The train clings to the mountainside, carving its way through 20 tunnels, each one opening out onto a new, more spectacular vista than the last. You pass by deep ravines, thunderous waterfalls that spray mist against the windows, and snow-capped peaks that loom in the distance. The journey culminates with a stop at the mighty Kjosfossen waterfall, where its raw power is so immense you can feel the ground tremble. It's an experience that builds anticipation, a slow reveal of the grandeur that awaits in the valley below. It prepares you for the sheer scale of what is to come. Arriving in the village of Flam, you find yourself nestled at the innermost arm of the Aurlandsfjord, itself a branch of the vast Sognefjord, the longest and deepest in Norway. From here, the world of the fjords is at your fingertips. But before you take to the water, there's one more viewpoint that is simply unmissable. A short drive up a winding road leads to the Stegerstien viewpoint, a minimalist platform of steel and laminated pine that juts out 30 meters from the mountainside, suspended 650 meters above the fjord. Standing here, with the impossibly blue water stretching out beneath you, is to feel a profound sense of awe, a humbling perspective on the monumental forces that carve this extraordinary landscape. If there's one fjord that embodies the fairy tale image of Norway, it's this one, the Geirangerfjord. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, its deep blue waters are flanked by majestic, near-vertical mountainsides, from which a series of impossibly beautiful waterfalls cascade. The most famous of these are the Seven Sisters, a collection of 7 separate streams that dance their way down the rock face. Directly opposite, a single, more robust waterfall known as the Suter appears to be courting the sisters from across the fjord. It's a landscape imbued with folklore, where every feature seems to tell a story. For a perspective that can only be described as godlike, we ascend the winding road to the Dalsnibbe Skywalk. At 1,500 meters above sea level, it is Europe's highest fjord viewpoint accessible by road. From this staggering altitude, you can see the entire expanse of the Geirangerfjord, the distant snow-covered peaks, and the glacier ice that feeds these magnificent waterways. Looking down, you might spot tiny, abandoned farms clinging precariously to small ledges on the mountainside, like Skegefla. These farms, accessible only by a steep, challenging path or by boat, are a powerful reminder of the tenacity of the human spirit and the incredible hardship of life here in centuries past. The journey to and from Geiranger is as legendary as the fjord itself. The Trollstigen, or Troll's Path, is a masterpiece of road engineering. This serpentine road twists and turns its way up a steep mountain valley, navigating 11 hairpin bends with astonishing grace. At the top, viewing platforms allow you to look back down upon the road's incredible path and the Stigfossen waterfall that crashes down the mountainside beside it. To travel this road is to feel a deep respect for those who dared to tame this wild landscape, connecting isolated communities, and in doing so, creating one of the most thrilling and scenic drives on the planet. Our final destination is a city born from ashes, a true testament to resilience and artistic vision. In 1904, a devastating fire destroyed almost the entirety of Alesund, leaving 10,000 people homeless in the middle of a harsh Norwegian winter. Yet, from this catastrophe arose something extraordinary. With aid from across Europe, the city was rebuilt in breathtaking speed. Young Norwegian architects, inspired by the fashionable style of the time, seized the opportunity. The result is the city we see today, a harmonious and remarkably complete concentration of Art Nouveau architecture. To walk through the streets of Alesund is to be immersed in an open-air gallery. Look up and you'll discover a treasury of turrets, spires, and ornamental details. The buildings are adorned with organic flowing lines, intricate carvings of flowers, and mythological creatures. Each facade tells a story, a celebration of life and rebirth. To fully appreciate the unique layout of the city, which is spread across several islands, one must climb the 418 steps to the Axla viewpoint. From here, the panoramic view of the Art Nouveau rooftops, the surrounding islands, and the majestic Sunnmøre Alps is simply unforgettable. The islands around Alesund are a haven for wildlife, particularly the famous bird island of Runde. For a few months each year, this island becomes home to one of the largest seabird colonies in the region. Hundreds of thousands of birds, including a vast population of endearing Atlantic puffins, come here to nest. Witnessing the puffins returning to their burrows at dusk, their beaks full of fish, is a truly magical wildlife experience. And for a final touch of history, a short journey takes you to the nearby island of Giske, home to a simple, beautiful 12th century marble church. This humble Stoic building serves as a quiet counterpoint to Alesund's grandeur, a link to the deep, enduring faith of the people who have inhabited this coastline for a millennium. Our journey through the Fjords mountains and cities of Norway is drawing to a close. We've witnessed landscapes carved by immense geological forces, explored cities reborn through artistic vision, and touched upon a history that is both resilient and deeply connected to the natural world. From the silent vigil of the stave churches to the joyful parades of National Day Norway has revealed itself to be a country of profound beauty and quiet strength. It is a place that reminds us of the power of nature, the tenacity of life, and the importance of looking after our shared home. The memories of these sights will linger much like the evening mist upon the water. But I made a promise of a celestial spectacle, the Northern Lights. The aurora borealis are a phenomenon that has inspired awe and wonder for millennia. While many travel to famous, often crowded locations to see them, there are quieter places where the magic feels more personal, more intense. The place I will share with you is not a city, but an archipelago, the Lofoten Islands. Here, jagged peaks rise directly from the sea, creating a dramatic, almost mythical foreground for the heavens. And the secret within this secret? The beaches. Find your way to a secluded spot on Hawkland Beach or Utterclive Beach. Here, far from the glare of city lights, the conditions are often perfect. The unique geography can lead to clearer skies, and the reflection of the dancing lights on the wet sand and the gentle waves of the Arctic Sea doubles the spectacle. It creates an immersive experience, a symphony of light and sound, as the sky shimmers green, purple, and pink above you, and the waves whisper at your feet. This is where you will not just see the northern lights, you will feel them. This, I believe, is the perfect soul-stirring conclusion to any Norwegian adventure. Thank you for joining us.